Okay, guys, good morning. Oh, that was my knee. We're going to go ahead and do the constant proportionality, okay? You're going to notice as we get through today's lesson that it kind of looks familiar, like something you've done before. It just has a different name to it, okay? Now, so go ahead and press pause. Make sure you do leave yourself some space here to write down to work out the problems, okay? And press play when you're ready for me. All right. So, constant proportionality. It's two quantities are proportional if the ratio between the quantities is equal. Okay, we need to understand that so that we know what constant proportionality is. So constant proportionality is when the two ratios are already equal, okay, and we're figuring out the value of the ratio of the two proportional quantities. So what you're really figuring out is what is the rate of change? How is this changing from one scenario to the other, okay? And they should be changing in the same amount. If not, then they're not proportional, okay? But for this scenarios, they are going to be proportional relationships, and we're trying to figure out, well, how are they changing every single time? All right. Now, to figure that out, we use an equation. They give you this equation actually, okay? So on the star chart that they give you for math, it's the first thing at the top. It says, so go into our Google Classroom, look at the virtual classroom I have set up, or look under math resources, and it's right there. Okay, so click on star resources and look at the star chart, and it's the first thing that pops up. It says constant proportionality. It's the first thing, and it says k equals y over x. Okay, so let's see what each variable stands for. K stands for constant proportionality. Okay, so that is the rate that we're looking for. Y is going to be your y coordinate, and x is your x coordinate. And they usually give you y to x because it'll be either in a table or a graph form. Okay, so how do I figure out the constant proportionality? Remember, this fraction bar is also division. So you're just going to divide. You're dividing your y by your x. Looks like something we've done, right? Yesterday? This kind of looks like the unit rates we did yesterday. And this is exactly what we're going to be doing. It's the same thing, okay? You're dividing your y by your x's to figure out that unit rate. How is this changing every time? Okay, so that you can later answer other questions, okay? So let's take a look at the first table I have for us. So I'm going to give you the table, then we'll do the graph, all right? And because those are the two forms they can ask for this, all right? So here we're doing feet. This says for every 2 feet is 24 inches, 3 feet is 36 inches, 4 feet is 48 inches. And they want us to find the constant of proportionality, okay? So when you're given a table like this and they're asking what is the constant proportionality, they're already telling you that this table is proportional, okay? So you can actually pick any set of numbers. I can pick the 2 and 24, the 3 and 36, the 4 and 48, and I'll get the same answer, okay? But to prove it to you right now, since we're just starting this, I'm going to do all 3 of them, all right? So I'm going to take this set of numbers right here, x is 2, y is 24, and I'm going to plug it into the constant proportionality. So y over x, remember, okay? So here my y is 24. I'm dividing it by 2, okay? And 24 divided by 2 is 12, okay? So this right here, k equals 12. All right, so let's check the other ones to see if it's the same thing. So we have 3 and 36. So you remember, k equals y over x. So let's plug it in. My y in this scenario is 36. My x is 3. Let's divide. I can do it over here. 36 by 3. That's 1, 2. K equals 12. Okay, do you see? And let's do the last one. 48 and 4. K equals y divided by x. Therefore, k equals my y is 48. My x is 4. Let's go over here and divide 48 by 4, 1, and 4 goes into 8 twice, 12. K equals 12. So it doesn't matter which set of which set of numbers you're going to use, you're going to get 12. Okay, so here just make sure you are dividing correctly. Be careful in your division, okay? So the constant proportionality is K equals 12. And you could have picked any one of those numbers and you would get it correctly, okay? So again, just make sure you're dividing your Y by your X, okay? Your Y by your X, all right? Let's look at the graph. I think the graphs are kind of easier, okay? What is the constant proportionality, all right? So here, if you look, remember this is your X, this is your Y, okay? So if I want to do this one, X is 1, Y is 5. Over here, we have X is 2, Y is 10. And the last one, we have X is 3, Y is 15. Okay, you can pick any set you want. I'll pick the set 1, 5, and it's kind of easy to check this out here. K equals Y over X. Okay, so here I'm going to pick 1. My Y, here's my Y axis. My Y is 5. My X is 1. I always like to pick that one if they give it to me, because we know what 5 divided by 1 is, isn't it? Don't we? It's 5. Okay, so if they give you a graph and you see a point at the X is 1, pretty much that's going to be your constant proportionality. Okay, so it is 5. But just to show you, because they're not always going to be that nice and give you an X of 1. Okay, they're going to give you different numbers. I'll show you how to solve it. Okay, we do it the exact same way. Oh, that's a Y. I don't want to go to the 4. Sorry. So let's do 2. Okay, 2 and 10. Your Y is 10. Okay, your X is 2. So we can do this division mentally. 10 divided by 2, 5. Same answer. Good. And I gave you the third dot, so let's do the third dot just to prove my point here that you can pick any set of coordinates. Okay, so my Y is 15 and my X is 3. Again, we can do this mental math. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So your constant proportionality is 5. You are just dividing. But be careful, you're dividing the Y-axis by the X-axis, okay? So whenever you write these, remember your X is first, your Y is second, okay? X is first, Y is second. And you just divide it through, okay? We could do some more examples. Let's do some more examples with you. And let me go ahead and see what I have for you here. There we go. Okay. So you're going to get a table, something like this on your chart, on your Google form. You don't have to write these down. Okay. They're just some bonus problems that I have written for you. Okay. So here, determine the constant proportionality for each table, and I even wrote it down there. K equals Y over X. Okay, let's take a look at the wording here. Concrete blocks is your X, and weight in kilograms is your Y. Okay, so that's what you're dividing. Y divided by X. You can pick any set of numbers. I can do the 3 and 30. I can do the 8 and 80, the 10 and 100, the 6, whichever one you want. Okay. So I'll pick the first one because I don't mind. I like the 10s. They're by 10s. So I'm going to do K equals, what is my Y? It's 30. My X is 3. I can do this mentally. 30 divided by 3 is 10. So 10 kilograms it goes by. Okay. If you picked a different one, I can't stress it enough. Let's say you want to do 6 and 60. Okay. Your Y is 60. Your X is 6. 60 divided by 6, it's still 10. Okay. So just remember Y divided by X. Okay. The Y is the one that's going to go inside. All right. Okay, let's try another one. Yeah. Okay, always double check. Remember, your constant is going to be k equals y over x. All right. So let's take a look. We have cans of paint. That looks like that's my x. And then my y is birdhouses. Okay. So let's go ahead and work this out. Pick any set you want. You know which numbers I like? The ones that end in 0. But you can pick anything you want. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do this math. Y is 30. That's on the coordinates that I picked. And my x is 10. And 30 divided by 10 is 3. See how that works? But like I said before, you can pick any set of numbers, okay? But to check and see if it works for all of them, we'll multiply your x's by 3. If I do 5 times 3, I get 15. 6 times 3, I get 18. 9 times 3, I get 27. 2 times 3, I get 6. So I got the right constant proportionality. It's what they're changing by, okay? Think you got it now? Let's go into some graphs. Here we go, okay? Let's look at this graph. Remember, this is your y, this is your x. To find the constant proportionality, it's always going to be k equals y over x, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look here. Pick any point you want. Obviously, we don't want to pick that one, 0 divided by 0. Okay, so make sure your x is an actual natural number there, okay? So pick any set you want. I just like to pick the first one, okay? So on my first one, I have 9 and 3. So be careful. Your y is this one, the one's on this line. That is a 9. Your x is the one on this line, which happens to be the 3, okay? So you're doing 9 divided by 3 is 3, okay? And again, you can pick any other ones you want. Let's say you want to pick the last one. Your x is 15. Your y is 45. So 45 divided by 15 still gets you 3. Same thing, okay? And again, if I do 6 times 3, I should get 18. Yep. I do 9 times 3, I get 27. Yep. 12 times 3, 36. Yep, we got them all right. Okay, it's the rate is changing it. All right, you think you got it now? Yeah? All right, then let's go ahead and do some tried outs, okay? That way we make sure you understand it, all right? So go ahead and copy. Sorry about that. Go ahead and copy this down, press pause, and then come back, and we'll see if you got it right, okay? All right, let's see. I'll pick my pink pen. I gave it here, y over x. You can pick any one you want, okay? So if I want to find it, k equals 9 divided by 2. So I pick 9 and 2. Oh, I'm going to get a decimal, but that's okay. 9 divided by 2. You can get decimals in math. It doesn't hurt you. Add a decimal and a 0. Oh, that's an easy decimal. 4.5. So you should have got the constant is 4.5, 4.5. Okay, and I can always double check. 4 times 4.5, it's 18. 5 times 4.5, 22.5. We got it right. Okay, so no matter which one you chose, you should have got 4.5. And let's do this one. Remember, it's y over x. You can pick any set you want, okay? I'm not going to pick the first one because that gives me the answer. But if you saw that, awesome job, right? Had to do less work. I'll pick the last one, 4 and 12. So this is my y. My y is 12. My 4 is the x. And 12 divided by 4 is 3. And see, had you picked the first one, look, you'd have gotten 3 divided by 1, which is 3. So either one of those would work. All right, good. All right, go ahead and watch. I have another video, another quick, easy video, easy video, promise. Okay, and then you'll do your Google form. Okay. All right, guys, we will see y'all tomorrow. Okay, bye.